Most English learners make the same mistake. They study silently. I see it all the time when I watch students. They read silently. They think silently. They even practice IELTS speaking answers silently. But here's the truth, and it's something I tell students again and again and again. If you want to improve your spoken English, if you want to score higher on the IELTS, if you want to speak English confidently, you must stop thinking that practicing to yourself silently is enough and start speaking out loud. Speaking aloud is the single most powerful, most effective, and most ignored habit in language learning. And today I'm going to show you why it works, how it trains your brain, and how to start using it today to improve your fluency, pronunciation, memory, and confidence. Let's get started. Let me start with the obvious, and something that as a language learner myself, I totally understand and agree with. Most people avoid speaking their new language aloud because it feels strange. You feel shy. You feel silly. You want to ask, is this even helping? The problem is that if you only think silently, you never train your mouth, your tongue, your voice, or your real-time reactions. You might know English. You're able to read at a high level. You can write. You may even have quite high listening skills, but you can't use English when you speak. However, when you speak English out loud, your body and brain finally work together. This causes you to hear yourself and to feel the rhythm. The knowledge that you have of English in your brain is finally making its way to and through your mouth. This allows you to discover which parts are easy for you and which parts make you hesitate. It's this habit that builds the foundation of real confidence. If you want your English to feel natural, comfortable, and automatic, speaking out loud is the key. How does speaking out loud build real skills? Well, let's talk about the physical side of speaking English. English isn't just something you know, it's something you do. Your mouth, your tongue, your jaw, your breath all play a vital role in the production of the sounds that make up the English language. What's more important is that they all need training. Just like playing a guitar or swimming, speaking is a physical skill, and your body has to get used to what you are going to do. If you never speak out loud, your mouth doesn't learn the movements. When you speak out loud regularly, however, three things happen. Your pronunciation improves because you practice the actual movements that the language requires. Your fluency increases because words start to flow without stopping. As you progress, words get easier and easier to produce. Your pacing and emphasis develop. You hear where to pause and what to stress. Every minute you spend speaking out loud is a minute of real life training. You are building muscle memory, not just knowledge memory. This muscle memory will stick with you and make speaking easier and easier as you go along. Now let's talk about memory, something every learner struggles with. Have you ever learned a new phrase and then completely forgotten it the next day? Of course you have. We all have. That's because silent learning is low energy learning. You see the word, maybe you translate it, and you save it in some far off, deep, dark corner of your brain. You may recognize it again when you see it on the page, but you can't produce it when you want to do so. But when you speak a word out loud, your brain is receiving twice the information, each time reinforcing the others. Once through your eyes in reading, once through your ears in your own voice. This double input makes the memory stronger. You store it faster and you remember it longer. Over time, as you say it more and more, you'll be able to say it when you need it. This is why speaking out loud is used in things like language learning, public speaking, and acting. Your brain remembers what you say, not just what you see. Before we continue, if you want to check your speaking strengths and weaknesses, comment free, and I'll send you my free IELTS speaking self-assessment checklist. It takes just a few minutes and shows you exactly where to improve. Speaking aloud also helps your thinking. Did you ever have the experience where you've rehearsed something that you want to say, and it sounds perfectly 100% clear in your head, and then you go to open your mouth and actually say it, and blah. Suddenly your ideas get messy, your grammar becomes shaky, and you lose your train of thought. But when you practice aloud, you are practicing putting your ideas into a clear structure. You naturally start putting ideas in order, choosing better vocabulary, fixing awkward phrasing, and reducing filler words like and When you speak out loud, you're transforming your own thoughts into clear and coherent communication. You're moving from something silent that only you understand to something said out loud, made for the understanding of other people. Your ideas become clearer because you actually hear them and how they sound to other people. So, how can you make this habit simple and automatic? Most students overthink it. They really believe they need a partner, a teacher, or the perfect environment. All those things are great. If you have them, then use them, but they're not necessary. Instead, here are 4 easy ways you can speak out loud every single day. First, read out loud. Take any article or story and speak it out. Focus on clarity of pronunciation and rhythm of speech. Second, explain your day out loud. Walk around your home and describe what you're doing. This builds a natural fluency. Third, practice IELTS cue cards out loud. Even 1 or 2 minutes per day builds the automaticity that we want. Finally, record yourself and listen back. It feels strange at first, but it works. When you listen back, you immediately hear areas to improve. These are tiny little habits that don't take much time at all, but over time they will add up to big changes. Look, speaking out loud is the simplest, cheapest, fastest, and most effective way to improve your overall English and your IELTS speaking score. It will build your confidence, your fluency, pronunciation, memory, and your ability to express ideas clearly in real time. So start today. Don't whisper. Don't think silently. Speak. Speak out loud like a normal person, even if it's just for 1 or 2 minutes. Your future self will thank you. If you found this video helpful, like the video, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook for more daily tips. Until next time, happy studies.